Here we go. We're on Zayin Amud Aleph. We're about to encounter a difficult Gemara, a little bit of a difficult Gemara. So, B'siyata Dishmaya. We chazer over. I apologize, I didn't send out a chazar. I just totally, it's a Thursday. Thursdays are busy days, Baruch Hashem. But the truth is, last night we did a few lines, so let's hammer in those few lines today. We have Rava. We have Anika Diamri, we have Anika Diamri, which is basically three pshatim in the din of Rava. Then we have a story, so let's read it together. Amar Rava, at the dot, snack in the middle of the Amid. First one on the line is Ii Kapas. Since there's food every single night now, no longer is Thursday special. It's not the Ilam, is a shtickle. Special. Okay, well, hopefully the Ilam will come.
You didn't take a picture.
Hopefully the Ilam will come.
The key is to show
Thursday, though. The problem with Thursday
Amar Rava.
Especially we had this already. I have Chun Kiko.
We have children's coming. We have it now. You want to bring it out now? I don't care. Yeah, I'm doing nothing. I'm having my very, very caffeinated coffee.
Kinyan's paying for this, yeah?
Don't worry. Amar Rava. God, you know this whole tray cost? In a real store, I think it's like $120.
More. With the fish and everything.
$75. Amar Rava. Ve'enani teres elo b'tzuras haPesach. Says Rava, we're in the middle of the first pshat. Ve'enani teres elo b'tzuras haPesach. Says Rava, don't put up a tefach on the third wall. Rather, put up a tzuras haPesach. Seemingly split the tefach in half, as Rashi says. Make it into a tzuras haPesach. And that is how you have your third wall. Ikati Amri, Amar Rava, Mini teres nami b'tzuras haPesach. Either one. Either you can have a tefach, or, excuse me, I said it incorrectly. Miniteres nami b'tzuras haPesach. You also, no, I said it right the first.
Either or.
I was right the first time. Excuse me. Miniteres nami shkayach b'tzuras haPesach. Either or. Igid number 3. Amar Rava utzricha nami b'tzuras haPesach. You need both. I did see that the Ran, the Rif, they are very busy trying to figure out what's going on in Rashi, why Rashi chose Rav Simon, why did he have to say that, and I stopped there. So it is discussed, and Amir Tashem will get weiter, but it's discussed. It's discussed. Gewaltig. Continues the Gemara. Rav Ashi, Ashkechei Rav Kahana. They say that Rabbi Elephant and Rabbi Tinyafin used to learn B'chavrusa by Rav Asher Eli. And Rav Eitan, you know Rav Eitan. Yeah. So after fighting about Pshat for, hey, Kiddabai, they would go over to the Rebbe. They asked Rav Asher, and, handle with him for a few minutes, and they both walk away, and they look at each other, and they say, exactly like I said. Gewaldig, in pure Israeli fashion. Amar Rava, Utzricha Nami Suras HaPesach, Ravashi, Ashkechei Rav Kahana, Ka'avit Tefach, Soichik, V'kavit Tzuras haPesach. He did both. Amar Lei, Loi Saval Amar, Lahadir Rava, Damar Rava, and Teres Nami Tzuras haPesach. Amar Lei, Anokei, Dachlisha, the Rava, Svirlei, Damar Rava, Svircha Nami Tzuras haPesach. Give out. Here we go. Everyone, hold on tight. Shtayim Kihol Chasan, Ushlishes Afil Tefach. Let's just do it through. This is a memra, a brisa, on Davavam base. At the Gemara, this is the machlekes, right? Whether you need 2 and a little bit, whether you need 3 and a little bit. They're all different pshatim that was given over by Rav Shashi so eloquently. Yeshem le'Mesiris, Yeshem le'Mikra, multiple pshatim, givaldik. That's 3 and a little bit and 2 and a little bit. Beautiful. Says the Gemara, Amar Rabba. They changed it inside to Rabba. Amar Rabba, v'chein l'Shabbos. And the same is for Shabbos. Let's read the words and we'll explain. Migu, since. Now, when's the last time we had a Migu, Chevra? When's the last time we had a Migu? Even in Daf, we haven't had a Migu in a very long time. Hey, don't worry, we're about to get to Baba Kama and pull out the Migu. It's been a while. Says Rava, Migu dahave doifen Kinyan Succah. Since it is a wall in the halachis of Sukkah, have your doifen Kinyan Shabbos. It has the halachas of a wall with regard to Shabbos. What does that mean? What that means is as follows: a earth-shattering chiddush. You have a sukkah. What's our sukkah? 2 walls and a little bit. This is what my sukkah is. Says Rabbah, Because on Sukkot, this is a kosher sukkah, you know what? On Shabbos, you could carry in your sukkah. But now let's appreciate the Chiddush. When? One Shabbos, or maybe two, depending on the year. Well, actually, excuse me, the rice is always one. Shabbos of Sukkot. Because you're sitting in a sukkah, but sukkah is teishu, you're sitting there, you macha bracha v'leishe b'sukkah. That means, in our halachic eyes, you're in a dwelling, you're in a building. You could even carry, which means, let's just, again, you're in Flatbush, you're in Shizarav Daraisa. If you carry outside, we give you skila. You now have these two walls and this little bit. All of a sudden, in that area, you could carry. A peladika, a beautiful, bombshell, wonderful chiddush of Rabbah. Migu davi doifen linyan sukkah, have doifen le'inyan Shabbos. Is that clear? Again, we're going to have to take this nice and slow because it gets confusing. But is step one clear? Yeah? Yeah. Eisvei Abaye asks Abaye, Umi Amrina Migu. Is it true? Your whole idea that you could carry on Shabbos of Sukkot in this sukkah is because of Migu. Since, again, let's just remind yourself, you throw the word Migu around 4,000 times, you don't really know what it means. It's not the real Migu. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. What is Migu in our context, at least very, very simply? Sometimes you hear the word Migu, all of a sudden all the PTSD comes out, and that's it. You just check out, and you don't want to know what it's talking about. But we can explain it very simply. Migu, we were turning him off. He's like, what do you mean? Migu's Geshmak, a Gemara, what's the big deal? Okay, Mirza Shem, by you too. Brachas. Migu, since it has a din in one place, we give it the same din elsewhere. Meaning, in the world of Svara, does this make any sense? Absolutely not. Why? In Shabbos, what do you need? Shabbos has rules. You need to have 4 walls. You need to have a rishos. You need to be able to carry there, etc., etc. But because on this one Shabbos of the year, you're allowed to have this as a sukkah, that must mean that it has a stamp that it's a building, has a stamp that it's a rishos. Therefore, you carry in it.
I don't see why the Rav feels it's such a chiddush.
What do you mean? It's only one. It's only.
It's a wall for
Slicha, Adoni. On the week before Sukkot, you can't carry in this area. That means it's not a rishos.
A regular Shabbos, a lechi is not enough.
You can't have 2 walls and a shtick.
That's a chiddush.
No, wait, don't just say a lechi.
You answer my question.
Don't just say a lechi. I want to be careful because we're going to see in a moment. We're going to bring in lechi. 2 walls and a little bit in Shabbos is not enough. Not even close.
That's a big chiddush.
Yeah.
Regular Shabbos, it's
good.
not. Sukkot, it is.
Good.
That's a big chiddush.
Al zen emar migu. There you go. Baruch Hashem.
I didn't realize that in a regular Shabbos this wouldn't work.
Beautiful. Eisvei Abaye. That again, but we have to really it's a few steps here. I don't even know if it's like 4 steps. But listen, I can read it fast and we can pretend like we know, we can move on. I've done it many times. But this is actually difficult Gemara, so let's take it slowly and let's understand it. Eisvei Abaye asks Abaye, Umiya Amrina Migu? Do we say Migu in this scenario? That since, again, let's be very clear, because if you're not very clear, it doesn't make any sense in a moment. Since it's a sukkah, it's a wall for a sukkah, you could carry when? Shabbos of Sukkot. Very good. V'hotanya. But we learned in a brayso, doifen sukkah. The wall of a sukkah is ke doifen Shabbos. Has the same halachas of Shabbos. Now, again, this is backwards. Our brains. I'm telling you my personal issues I had with this Gemara. This is backwards. Doifen sukkah is ke doifen Shabbos. A moment ago we said afuch. We said doifen sukkah, doifen
Shabbos.
So far so good. Excuse me. Good. Now you know why I got confused. So far so good. Good. Everyone's listening. We're going to get it clear. Gewaldig. Doifen sukkah is kedoifen Shabbos. So far so good.
Doifen Shabbos is kedoifen sukkah.
Doifen sukkah kedoifen Shabbos. Got to get the right line.
Oh, we're saying the opposite a minute ago. We said that the Shabbos is like the sukkah. So the Rav is right about the Rav's.
What's that? I was saying.
A second ago we said that the Shabbos wall is like the Sukkah
Yeah,
wall.
I was right.
The Sukkah wall is
Yeah,
good,
good.
the Shabbos also.
Good.
Now we're saying the
Hafuch.
Sukkah is like a Shabbos.
Good.
Yes.
Let's just speak
So
it out
the
again.
Gemara is right.
Good. The Gemara is going to play it out, but just in the words, I'll tell you. I won't tell you. But the brain has to get it. Toifen Sukkah is like Shabbos, which in a very coarse meaning, what does that mean? That would seemingly mean the only way you can have a
works
kosher
for Shabbos
Sukkah,
works for Sukkah.
good, should mean 4 walls, mechitzos, the whole 9 yards. Okay, continues the Gemara, ubilvad, this is a braisa, provided that shelo yeheh, you can't have bin kana lechaveiroi shleisha tfachim. Talking about a case that you're having sticks, vertical sticks. You have a beautiful picture over here. Beautiful, you have vertical sticks creating a rishus. Let's look over here. You have vertical sticks creating a rishus. And what we're saying is that, says the Braisa, that this is considered a mechitza for Shabbos. For Shabbos. If what? Ubilvad shelo yehei bin kana lechaveiroi shleisha tvachim. Love it. Very simple. You take a bunch of sticks,
Wait,
put them in the
but
ground.
would this work for Sukkah?
Oh, let's go. We're going to continue. Let's go. The Gemara
So what
continues.
do we have? This is talking about Shabbos.
Good.
The Shabbos, this can
Shelo
work
bin
for
kana
Sukkah.
lechaveiroi shleisha tvachim.
Next
Good.
one, about Shabbos.
Continues the Braisa. Very good. Yesera, again, so part A of the Braisa said what? Shabbos, Sukkah, equal. If a vertical beam in the floor, you have a fence without the cross beams, just the sticks, is all within 3, it works for Sukkah, it works for Shabbos. Okay. Says the Braisa, Yesera, Shabbos al Sukkah. Shabbos is more Yisera, more Chamor, more stringent than Sukkah, which you already see this is going to become an issue. Shabbos is more stringent than Sukkah. Shahashabos einoi niteres. Shabbos is not permitted to carry Ella only when oimid meruba ala parts. For the moment, don't even think about what that means. Let's just read the words. Masha ein kain Sukkah, which is not true by Sukkah. That's a din. I'll say the din quickly, but let's not get stuck in the din because the Gemara is using it as a mushal, as an idea. Really, the next 2 lines is the critical point. The din is, whenever you have sticks and you're using lavud, the question is what's more, the open area or the closed area? So if you think about it, if I have stick, within 3 tvachim in between, what's more? The area open, very good, than the stick. So says the Gemara, Shabbos is more chamer. Why? For Shabbos, you need to have, oymin merubal apartz, meaning you need to have more stick than air.
Space.
Good. Givaldik. Says the Gemara, what does this Braisa mean? Masha'in kim b'sukkah. My love, does the Braisa not mean Yisera Shabbos this Sukkah, that the Shabbos of Sukkah, meaning it's talking to each other, not Shabbos Stam. Is the Braisa not mean that Shabbos on Sukkot is more Chamer as Sukkah, which would therefore teach us Lo Yamrin on me. Everyone knows what Gemara's teretz is going to be, but let's appreciate the kasha. We have a Braisa, and the Braisa says that Shabbos is more Chamer than Sukkah. Says the Gemara Gevaldik, make it parallel. Which Shabbos? Seemingly Shabbos on Sukkot. Shabbos on Sukkot is more Chamer, then our whole story doesn't begin. What was our whole story? If I have 2 in a little bit, that it works on Sukkah, works on Shabbos. Says the Gemara, no way, because we see that Shabbos of Sukkah is more Chamer than Sukkah itself. Continues the Gemara with the teretz, Loi. If you were to have, very probably.
For a regular Shabbos?
Very probably. It's Shaila in the world of Shabbos that works, which it probably does.
That's a common.
Probably does. Yeah, how that works.
To work is Rabban. It's a good
We're going to get there in a minute. You should know. I don't know if we're going to tonight. That really comes, if we're thinking, that's really what a mavui is, right? A mavui is your 3-walled cul-de-sac. We're going to get there. So the Gemara is going to talk about, the Gemara is going to talk about mamish in a minute. 1 minute. Very good question. Answers the Gemara, loy. That's not what the Braisa meant. And of course, this is what we call a dichui. Let's just appreciate it because it's not going to make sense. Dichuyim just mean, and again, this is one of those things that I don't think is explained properly. When the Gemara has an answer of a loy, doesn't really mean it makes more sense. It means it could be. Very good. In the world of logic, it has to be ironclad. If I'm going to ask you a kasha from a source, Right. The source has to be clear as day. This is what the source means. If I, as a good Jew, could dray the source and show you, no, it could mean something else, you don't have a proof anymore. Now, does it really mean something else? Probably not, or maybe not, or I don't know. But you don't have an ironclad source. So answers the Gemara with that Akdama. Loi. That's not what the Brisa means. The Brisa means Yisera Shabbos de Alma al Shabbos de Sukkah. Whoa, I don't think we were ready for that one. I think we thought the Gemara's answer was going to be something different. Let's speak it out. Answers the Gemara. Shabbos in a regular Shabbos is more chamer than the Shabbos of Sukkah, which fits perfectly with what we said. Meaning, the Gemara's dichoy, which again, I'm shtickle bothered by the teretz. I would have answered, again, there's a reason why I didn't answer, but I would have answered, we could have been marcha differently. You could have just said, loi, that it's talking about Shabbos Dalma. Yeah. That's what I thought the Gemara would have said. Meaning, again, what was the raya? The raya was that Shabbos of Sukkah is more chamer than a regular than Sukkah, excuse me. So we could have just answered, no, it means Shabbos Da'alma, regular Shabbos, and is more chamer, which would...
I think it's basically what we're saying. It's just take it one step
Yeah,
further.
yeah.
It's just saying that, plus then what are you going to say? Oh, so how are you tying it into the
Okay.
The Gemara just puts it
Again,
all the words in.
it could very well be. Could be. Again, let's not get confused. Let's just read the words again. I don't want to get confusing. Loi, again, Nachamol. Yisera Shabbos Da'alma, what the Brisa means to say is, when you have these sticks, the halach of a regular Shabbos is more chamer than Shabbos of Sukkah, which is exactly what we started off with. That on Shabbos of Sukkah you have different rules. Why do you have different rules? Because of Sukkah. Because when it comes to Sukkah...
That's a kula, and that's how
Very good. Because it works for Sukkah, it works on a regular Shabbos. But on a Shabbos Da'alma, the rest of the year, it won't work because the rest of the year is guarded by regular Shabbos, and Sukkot is guarded by the halachas of Sukkah. Ihachi, ask the Gemara, we'll try to go drop weiter.
By the way, this is just an interesting thing. Of like, when we were talking about all the good asik and all the different things, of like, when it comes to like when Rabbanan make a din of something we love it and stuff like that, it's not that just like, oh, it's in theory, something like this.
Correct.
Correct.
Like that's the Chiddush of our Gemara.
That's the thing.
Very good. That's when I started off.
Like,
Very good. Very good. It's not just the Mitzias.
It's Sukkah.
Yeah, no, but on Shabbos.
In Mitzias, this room is closed.
When we talk about Sukkah.
Well, you have the
that for
halacha.
Shabbos it is.
But again,
it doesn't matter.
that means.
Not outside of Sukkah.
But that means in the same area with two walls and a little bit on a regular Shabbos, you pick up something, we throw you off a cliff, we kill you. Because it's nothing. It's not that it's epis. It's zero, right? That's the chiddush. Good. Right. Well, that's the kasha. No, you that is the kasha. It's Shabbos. What are we doing? So the answer is, by the way, you see the power of amigo. What's going on here? Which you're saying it is amigo, it isn't amigo. This is like amigo on steroids. That we're allowing something.
Probably like he says, because there's no other option. What are you going to do?
What do you mean?
You're not going to allow it. They're not going to be able to say it's a sukkah.
On Shabbos?
No.
Why no? On Shabbos?
What they're going to say is don't kasher it as a sukkah. They
No, hafuch. Just on Shabbos. Maybe I could have heard very simply.
That's a fair point. You're saying like then the whole.
It's halacha Moshe Sinai.
But that's the thing. You have to have it because
Why?
otherwise you would never allow it.
One second.
Come to
If the Gemara's conclusion was that this type of sukkah of two walls and a little bit is a perfect sukkah, but not for Shabbos,
you would never do that.
Why?
You would never do that
Why?
because
Because
don't
shofar on a
shofar.
Shabbos of
Just like shofar, you don't do that.
Minchas
No,
Oni,
hafuch.
because one.
No, you're not understanding. No. I'm saying the other way. I'm saying the other way. I'm not saying we would let you carry. I'm saying we would let it not be a sukkah.
Rather not make it a sukkah. Rabbanan should have said the whole thing. Yes, the whole sukkah shouldn't have been kosher in this way.
And since you have halacha l'meshvitzin, you have to say migo because otherwise the whole
Okay. Listen, nice. That's what we say.
That's all he said. You said that.
Nice, that's what we say. But however we say it, Lamaisa, it's a beautiful chiddush. Okay, we're at Meir V'Nones here, so let's learn a little weiter. It's Frak the Gemara. Where's David? What's going on?
Their status for the Tehillim. Yeah.
All of a sudden, yeah, I know. Yeah, Givaldi.
That probably killed it.
That's what I was going.
Because well, now everyone's afraid. Let's go. Iachi, frakti Gemara. 1 second. If you're telling me that a regular Shabbos, again, so what are we concluding? And this is the maskana, so we have to know this. That a regular Shabbos is more chomer than Shabbos of Sukkah. Gavaldik. Iachi, listni nami. The Brisa should have said, Yeseira Sukkah D'Alma, Sukkah de Shabbos. The Brisa should have said that. What did the Brisa say? Now we're asking a word, Kasha. The Brisa that we quoted said, Yeseira Shabbos shel Sukkah, that what? Shabbos ain't any teretz, blah, blah, blah. And that's why we asked the Kasha. If the teretz is that we're equating Shabbos of Sukkah to Shabbos of the whole year, the Brisa should have spelled that out, asks the Gemara. Iachi, listening nami Yeseira Sukkah D'Alma, as Sukkah de Shabbos. You lost it. Okay, let's say one more. No, chew this. No, I'm going to be honest. No.
It's my fault. My head.
No. I'm going to be honest. This is not a Gemara Tachap al Reglachas. So we should. It's true.
No.
No.
My brain wasn't working.
No. Let's stop here. It's not. It's